Summer's right around the corner, and here to help us prepare for some safe and fun sun time is Dr. Mike Warszawski.
Yes, perfect.
Hi,
Well
Dr.
pronounced.
Mike?
Yes, Dr. Mike.
You're a real doctor. You don't just play one on TV.
Yes, real doctor. I do both. I am in the hospital and I'm also doing it on TV.
He looks
Yeah.
like the trainers at my gym.
Yeah, I mean, you really do.
This is great.
Did
All
you
right.
just graduate medical school?
No, I graduated medical school 4 years ago.
Wow.
So I've been practicing for 4 years.
You look really good.
Well, thank you. I
So whatever
appreciate
you're
it.
doing, we want to do.
Yeah, so let's talk
Teach us
about
how
that,
to be
right? Because
healthy.
it's summertime.
Yeah.
We want to stay happy. We want to stay healthy. You should have a first aid kit available at home, traveling on vacation.
In the car,
In the
right?
car,
Just
yes.
taking this through the security at the airport.
Yeah. So what's in there?
So here are the things that we need to have in the first aid kit. Let's start here with the bug spray. Bugs transfer diseases, most notably West Nile, Zika. You have Lyme, very popular in the news right now. And when you're buying a bug spray, make sure you buy one with at least 15 to 30% DEET. That gives you the best coverage. No need to go more than 30%.
Can you put it everywhere? Because I cover myself head to toe.
So
when I
if
do
you're
it.
putting it on your face, ideally spray it on your hands and then
And then
apply to your
apply.
face
Okay,
afterwards.
got it.
Right. So don't just spray it directly
Everywhere.
into your kid's
Exactly.
eyes.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Moving on. Well, that would be awful. Oh my God.
No,
No,
wouldn't
then-
that be terrible?
So next, two very common situations where you'll be using these two medications. Poison ivy and bee stings, very common, right? So let's start with bee stings. What's the first thing you think you need to do when you're covering a bee sting?
pee on it.
That's a jellyfish sting, and that
jellyfish.
doesn't even really work.
Jellyfish.
But
It
close.
doesn't. All right, good to know. All right.
He's on a cleanse,
All right,
so
so-
his brain's off.
So what's the first
So
to
the
get
first
the
thing you
stinger
want
out?
to do, you're not sucking it, you're not squeezing it, you're scraping the stinger out with your fingernail or credit card. It's the best way to remove it.
Okay.
Then you're applying the cortisone cream, the Benadryl afterwards, antihistamine. That's what works best.
Okay.
Poison ivy, same treatment. But tell me this, what do you think causes the rash from poison ivy?
Your hands in between your legs.
When you're sleeping. Or when what causes the
Yeah.
rash? I
Like what part of the plant?
The leaf or the stem.
The oil that's
the oil
found
that's inside the stem
So
of
when
the
you're
leaf.
landscaping, you're gardening, that oil breaks out, it puts it all
That's
over
what
your
it
skin,
is.
and it happens usually 12 to 72 hours
Okay.
afterwards. Same medication.
Got it. All right.
So moving on, what do you think hydrogen peroxide is used for?
It
Common
is
summer.
used for to clean out wounds.
Very common, but actually we don't use it for wounds.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to say wrong.
What do we use it
Wrong
for?
again.
Yeah, so we actually are using this for swimmer's ear.
So, oh yeah, I get that.
Because when you're swimming, you have water in
Water,
your
it's in
ear, and that creates a breeding ground for bacteria. The way you want to prevent it is keeping the areas dry. And I'm sorry to tell you this, but this is a huge
So
no-no.
don't do that even. How do you get wax?
No.
What about wax?
But-
The hydrogen peroxide melts the wax and it comes out on its
Wow.
own.
But what
Okay.
happens is you get so itchy with that swimmer's ear, and that Q-tip alleviates
All you're doing
the
is
itch.
injuring the area further and creating more bacteria. So let's
Okay.
skip that.
Okay.
Next is this
Moving on,
aloe.
sunburn, right? If you have
Yes.
too much fun in the sun, wear sunblock. But if you do get a sunburn, aloe vera without alcohol.
Okay.
Make sure there's no alcohol in the ingredients because it dries out your skin.
Got it.
Makes it harder to heal.
Okay.
Very important one right here. Heat exhaustion, heat stroke, right? Very common happens during hot summer days.
Not really here. We're usually cold here, but okay.
She's referring to the air conditioner.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
it's always cold in here.
Outdoors. So the first thing to do is cool the body down as fast as possible. And you do that through ice packs underneath the armpits.
Okay.
And the reason why is because you have large arteries there, so you can cool off
faster.
the amount of blood
No
flow.
Got it.
kidding.
And then some rehydration with electrolyte packets, throw in a water bottle.
Cool.
Now this is a fun one. Where is the hardest place on your body to place a Band-Aid?
Nipples.
That's a new one even for my patients to hear that.
It is. Nipples are the hardest. It is. Google
Do you
it.
agree with that, Ryan?
Google it.
I don't know if she's referring to hardest or difficult. I'm confused. I'm very confused.
All right, my medical opinion on that is
Okay.
it's the fingers.
Oh, okay.
Because
Or
the fingers,
that was number 2.
fingers or nipples. I've never said that before on television. So the way you create a solution to that problem is to make 2 small cuts on the side of the Band-Aid. And if I can borrow one of your fingers, not proposing, because I know Mark wouldn't like that. So let's do
He'd
it.
be more upset if you were placing this on my nipple.
You create little flaps. You tie the flaps together.
Oh, cool.
Cross
Oh, that's
them,
the flaps
And then
in
you
it.
have the
Look at
flexible
that. Oh, that's
Band-Aid.
good.
That's
little trick.
amazing.
And real quick,
This is real quick, the biggest summer hack right here. You're having a nosebleed, it just won't stop. You're pinching, you're doing all this stuff. And Afrin, a nasal decongestant, constricts the arteries and slows bleeding down.
No kidding.
Yes, that's a fun fact for you.
Unreal.
right
That's
there.
very cool.
we can have a very klutzy summer
I know.
and
Thank
survive.
You. Thank you for this,
Hey, all this
Dr. Mike.
information is at kellyandryan.com. Dr. Mike, great to see you, buddy. Thank you so much.
So much. It's great.